In South Africa, your whole rap career can fail just because of your accent. You could literally be the most lyrically gifted person on this planet. No matter how much you try to be noticed and to be heard,
somewhere deep down in my heart,
you're gonna be ignored because of your accent. The problem is that most of the rap we grew up listening to wasn't local. It was American. So our ears are trained to think that that's what rap is supposed to sound like. And the moment someone sounds different, we think they sound wrong. They'll say it's too African or you're trying too hard to sound American. So many rappers go through this, and it's one of the first things you notice about yourself and your voice once you start rapping. You know, this concept was so interesting to me that I decided to make a whole spectrum to show all the different types of accents in South Africa, starting with the first level, which I call pure imitation. People on this level have a near perfect accent, and you can barely tell that it's a South African rapping or talking. You either grew up so lavish that everyone around you just spoke English, at school, at home, with your friends. You were never really exposed to the, culture that causes the African accent. Or maybe you did grow up in the trenches, but you just watched a lot of TV, just like this is personally me. I used to watch a lot of TV as a kid. You just learned to copy the language at a young age, to a point where people don't even notice that you're South African. Either way, both of these people have good accents because they started like really young. But sadly, having a good accent does not mean that you can rap. You guys can aura farm, yeah, but that doesn't mean y'all got it. That doesn't mean y'all got the talent and the skill and the creativity needed to rap. Now it's time to talk about the second level. I call this the South African English accent. Personally, I feel like I exist in this level. People on this level can speak like good English, but it just sounds like South African. I don't know how to explain the South African accent. It just sounds South African. We all have the same accent. This guy right here, Trevor Noah, he has it. He has it hard. He has the South African. This guy has the South. Don't get me wrong. This accent is proper English. You understand English, maybe even sometimes better than the people with good accents. But it's just that, when we use English, it just sounds South African. We have our own accent, guys. There's also a variation of this accent. I really don't like it, but it's from Jersey, either Jersey or Midrand. The niggas be talking like, boy, listen, boy. Like, niggas really be talking, but niggas really be talking like this. Niggas really be talking. Yeah. That's the accent, by the way. But yeah, if this is you, you probably grew up watching TV a lot at a young age also. But instead of just learning to cosplay the accent, cosplay as the people, you kind of just understood the language in your brain. And sometimes you can understand the language and not speak it, but like we just kind of spoke it. We never practiced it. We just kind of spoke, and it was the way we spoke. So, well, at least that's what it was like for me. At the end of the day, you're still being understood by everyone. Level 3, the African accent. If you are in this level, chances are that English has never been a priority for you. What really happens here is that you speak English using your home language accent. If that makes sense, I really hope it makes sense. And don't judge me, you guys. This is just a filler episode. Bro, it took me 3 minutes to write this whole script. What people don't get is that individuals on this level have the same understanding of English as us, or even a better one. The problem starts when we put rapping into the equation. I hate to say it, but if you're rapping in English, especially in South Africa, the accent does matter. It does make it harder for you to manipulate specific words to fit in a specific bar, if that makes sense. So you end up just running away from the beat. No, not even running away. The beat runs away from you, brother. And they end up sounding like they're reading an essay for 10 marks. Now, this is the part where I tell rappers with accents the things they can do, to help. Stop rapping. I'm kidding. Stop rapping on USA underground beats. The beat is just gonna run away from you either way, man. Beat selection is very important, especially for people who struggle with accent, and you really have only 2 options. The first one is to rap on slower or SA underground beat. I don't mean just Cooper type beats. You can try hopping on Usimamani, Aries, or like Words, people like that. You can try hopping on those type of beats. Your other option is to rap in your own language. What's the point of using English if it still sounds like you're using your home language. Listen, brother, the problem isn't your accent. The problem is that you're pretending to be someone you're not. And even the best South African rappers, they don't sound American. They sound like themselves. You know what's even more worse than the African accent? Yeah, it's the forced accent, bro. Okay, so the problem with this level is that it usually comes with a low understanding of English. And you can tell because the words are repeated, and the moment they start using a word that isn't in their American vocabulary, their true African accent slips. And that's assuming that they're able to pull it off in the first place. It's just crazy to see like someone pretending, you know, pretending to have an American accent unironically. It's just weird, man. It's just weird, especially when you don't actually understand English. If this is you, I recommend going back to the drawing board and just learning English the right way, brother. Because the African American accent, as much as y'all believe it, it's not proper English. It's not proper English. It's not the only way to speak English.